guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nita, and if you're new here, you're welcome to this channel. So in today's video, I'll be talking about the importance of forgiveness in marriage. Do you really understand what it means to nurture a child from birth? I mean, it takes a whole lot of energy, time, compassion, commitment, attention, and even the sleepless nights of breastfeeding and cuddling. Yes, and lots more, which is exactly what you are doing. Come on, stop nurturing your heart before it turns into a mountain that will fight your progress. Yeah, but before we get into the importance of forgiveness, I want us to understand what it means to forgive. Forgiveness means surrendering the right to retaliate against someone who has hurt you. It doesn't mean you're relinquishing your boundaries and dignity. Most of the time, people equate forgiveness with weakness, and so many believed that when you forgive someone, it means you are accepting or excusing their behavior. However, in marriage, forgiveness is a strength because it shows you are capable of goodwill towards your partner. Forgiving someone is one way to let go so that you can heal and move on with your life. Forgiveness is an essential component of a successful romantic relationships. Having the capacity to seek and grant forgiveness is one of the most significant factors contributing to marital satisfaction and a lifetime love. Forgiveness is about giving yourself, your partner, and your children the kind of future that you all deserve, unhampered by hurt or hunger. It's about choosing a life whereby others don't have power over you, and you are not dominated by unresolved bitterness and resentment. It is important to consider that forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. Forgiveness is not letting someone off the hook. Forgiveness is not forgetting what has happened. Forgiving yourself and others is about being willing to acknowledge that you are capable of being wounded. Forgiveness means you're willing to step out of the role of a victim and take charge of your life. Emotional attunement is a skill that allows couples to fully process and move on from negative emotional events and ultimately create a stronger bond. Yeah, so let's move to the importance of forgiveness in marriage. Number one, it strengthens your love for each other. Forgiveness is a form of love in action, and we can't get far in marriage without it. When you love someone, you are vulnerable with them, and vice versa. Your spouse has the power to hurt you more deeply than anyone else in the world because you value their approval and affirmations than anyone else. And your spouse is also just as vulnerable to being hurt by you and as you are to being hurt by them. When we forgive one another, we extend sacrificial love. And when we are forgiving, we are humbled and determined to love our spouses better going forward. This circle challenges us to love one another completely and selflessly. And over the years, as you continue to practice forgiveness, your bond for each other grows deeper and stronger. Yeah, so the importance of forgiveness, number two, is that it sets us free. Forgiveness sets us free in two ways. Number one, it releases the offender, and number two, it releases the one who was hurt. Forgiveness sets us free from resentment. And when you hold on to resentment, it does no good for anyone, especially you. There will be times when we need to offer forgiveness to our spouse, whether they ask for it or not. Whenever you forgive someone, remember that you're setting yourself free from the prison of resentment. So graciously offer forgiveness to your spouse. And the third reason why forgiveness is so important in marriage is because the lessons we learn in forgiving our spouse is beyond the marriage. Yeah, I know that forgiving anyone can be very difficult, whether it's a friend or family member or a co-worker. But when the person you love most in the world has hurt you, forgiving him or her can be incredibly difficult and painful. Once you've practiced forgiveness in your marriage for a while, you may find it easier to extend forgiveness to those outside your relationship. Forgiving one another as husband and wife can also help to teach your children how to forgive. Modeling healthy forgiveness and allowing them to see their parents live this out will give them the tools they need to practice forgiveness in their own relationship as they grow older. Being able to forgive one another teaches us to love each other and others around us in a more godly way. And it helps us to become more sensitive to the effect of our actions on others. Yeah, so the fourth reason why forgiveness is so important is so that you too can receive forgiveness. According to Matthew chapter 6, verse 14 and 15, it says that if you forgive others their trespasses, which is their reckless and willful sins, that your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive others, nurturing your hurt and anger, with the result that it interferes with your relationship with God, then your heavenly Father will not forgive you your trespasses. Unforgiveness can hinder your prayers as a couple. So you need to accept God's mercy. Understand that the mercies of God are new every morning, and every day comes with new mercy from God. Accept God's mercy that brings freedom. Don't be too hard on yourself and on others. Let it go so you can enjoy the peace which surpasses all understanding in your life. Forgiveness is a choice and not a feeling. You may not feel like forgiving, so you may want to harbor the anger and the hurt in order to make them pay for what they have done to you. But once you decide to grant forgiveness, then you can begin to walk through those feelings. And forgiveness is a healing balm to your heart, soul, body, and mind. Forgiveness brings you to the state of maturity and helps you to understand that there is more to life. Forgiveness is an act of humility, but unforgiveness is pride in disguise. Unforgiveness makes you sick psychologically and emotionally. You feel depleted, empty. It drains all your energy. Unforgiveness keeps you stuck unknowingly. Forgiveness opens you up to new doors of opportunity. It gives you strength and courage to move on. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, share this video, turn on your notification bell icon so you don't have to miss a video. And drop your comments down below. I will see you in my next one. Bye.